Morning, day 25 of my Heysen Trail Walk. Today I'm crossing that mountain behind my head there. That's Mount Byron, and I'm at the East Mount Byron School, or the old East Mount Byron School site. So I had a comfortable night last night. That hut, I think it's the stone walls, but it's nowhere near as cold in there as it is out here. There's ice everywhere this morning. They're predicting -1. Anyway, it's a fairly short day. I just got to get over that mountain, then I get into Hallet. I believe there's nothing open in Hallet as far as buying a food or a drink or anything, but we'll check it out when we get there. I know the pub's closed, and I think the general store's closed as well. The pub is open, but it's closed on a Monday and a Tuesday, I think, and it's Monday today, I think. All right, I'll get a few videos of the ice. Yeah, so the picnic table's covered in a millimetre or two of ice. The grass, or what there is of it, is iced over. The sun will be up in about 15 minutes, I guess. I'm heading back in where it's a bit warmer. I suppose I should get on with it. That mountain's not getting any lower. Okay, it's a crack at 9 a.m. and I'm finally hit the track. Let's get up this mountain, hey? It's looking a bit closer. I'm about to leave this road and strike up. I guess I'm going to climb that spur there. We shall see. Well, I've reached the crest of the spur, a roundabout way. I swung past it and then came up the side, fence line there. It's looking back down to where I was last night. So I was in that tree. So you can just see a house in the distance. Yeah, that's where I was last night. However, this is what I've got in front of me. Pretty specky. We go through those rock beds. It's going to be good fun. I reckon I'll swing around in that gully there and go over there. So I'm just making my way around to that gully now. It's pretty specky. Sound like a wanker. I've probably said that 5 times. So I'm up on the summit of Mount Bryan at the Cairn. So Captain Edward Frome passed through in 1842, the first European man to scale Mount Byron. I wonder if the local indigenous pilot coming up. Maybe there might be some caves up there that could shelter. It's tomorrow's walk over there through those wind farms. Well, I'm going to have a look and see if there's a logbook to sign, and then it's brekkie time, I reckon. That's where I've walked from yesterday, out that side. That's east. Right. Off this mountain before hypothermia sets in. So Mount Bryan is the highest mountain in the Mount Lofty ranges. It's 900 and something metres high. So some particularly hardy sheep living up on top of Mount Bryan. God, it's cold. I can't believe it. They could be lower than this, and they're up here. Bah! 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 Jeez, it was cold up there. Real cold. I'm on the walkers follow track section now. I guess I'm going to drop down a metre road and wander into Hallet. I'm going to be there by about 2:30. Certainly got a touch of green about them now. So it's not all downhill into Hallet from Mount Bryan. Can you hear the fence line humming? It's the wind. So I've dropped right down now. I must be in the lambing paddocks now. Well, there was a few lambs up top, but not as many as down there. The old Nissan shed. I wonder if he bought that from Elizabeth. Alright, on road now. Got about, I don't know, 3.5 k's into Hallet. So I'm looking like around 2 at this stage, barring catastrophes. I've just come out of those hills. You can't see Mount Bryan from here. but it's up there. So, pretty well made it to Spalding. Plenty of birds to welcome you here. So I've arrived in Hallet, and contrary to what it says on Far Out, the shop's open. So there's a good selection of drinks. There's a nice fire. I'm getting a hamburger made up, a couple of hamburgers. There's some pies and pasties, cake, everything you could want. Oh, and there's fuel. So anyone coming through, you can buy fuel here. There's a few things you could get by with oats and rice and that. This is fairly handy. And on this side of the shop is like a collectibles. Looks amazing. Particularly like that AC/DC t-shirt. But I'm not going to carry that all the way to the Flinders Ranges, unfortunately. So that's the Hallet store, arts and craft as well. Open every day except for Tuesday, from about 8:30 till about 4:30. If you're a Heysen walker, he said ring if you're running a bit late, and he'll stay open for you to cook your hamburger. So that's pretty sweet. So while I was feeding my face down at the store in Hallet, the weather closed in a bit. I think they're predicting, talking to the guy running the store, they're predicting 2 days of rain. That sounds enjoyable. So we got the long drop, we got the tank, and this is the Old Hallet Railway Station here. And I've already gone through the padlock and got it open, so that's good. It's very, very flash. Got the sleeping quarters here and the living quarters here. Nice little pot belly. How nice is this, eh? Oh, and there's even a saw. I don't, if there's a blade in it, that's good. So yeah, a bit of Hallet local history on the wall. Some solar lights. Our life is going to be very comfortable tonight. So I'm set up in the old railway station. Got the fire going. Gadgets charging. Seat in front of the fire. More gadgets charging. Yeah, got the inReach going. Beds made in the sleeping quarters. It's going to be a very, very nice night. Okay, I might sign off from day 25 of my Heysen adventure. Today was a cracker. Nice relaxing start from East Mount Bryan school. It was -1 overnight here apparently. There was ice everywhere outside, but that hut, I had a bit of a fire last night, but that hut stayed warm all night. I think the walls are about 1/2 metre thick. So even this morning with no fire, it was still toasty warm. It was a pretty easy day. I think, look, I'll put the slide up at the end. I think it was about 17 Ks and about 560 metres of climbing. Some of those Ks too, when I got into town, I didn't go straight to the railway station or the old railway station. I went up to see if I could buy something to eat and drink, and sure enough, the Hallet General Store was open every day but Tuesdays apparently. Very hiker friendly, even had some hiker gas and had some meals that you could potentially take on the trail. So yeah, keep that in mind if any Heysen walkers coming through. The climb up Mount Bryan was probably the first real mountain of the walk, I reckon. It was craggy at the top and it was just a bit of an adventure. It was great, but gee, it was cold on top, the wind. So I sat up there behind the can for a little while, just having a bit of a rest because I had it was a pretty easy day. But yeah, well worth doing that as a standalone day hike. And dropping off down to Hallet this side, all pretty cruisy, bit of walkers follow track and walkers follow fence line and walkers cross paddock. All good, all Heysen Trail stuff. I'm going to have an early-ish night tonight because I've got a big day tomorrow. I'm going to try and push over to Spalding in one day, which will be near enough to 50 Ks, I guess. So I'll catch you guys in the morning and we'll see how that goes.